Right, good evening all. Welcome back to yet again another stream. On Train Sim tonight, but not Burke and Hans.
Oh,
For a change.
no way.
As you can already hear, we're joined tonight by Henry.
Computer says no. Yes, I am here.
Is that going to be all
Surprise.
you say now? Until the end of time,
Uh,
it's just computer says no.
Computer says yes, actually.
Computer says absolutely not.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Anyways, yeah, tonight we are hopefully going all the way to Bournemouth.
Yay!
Although watch that not happen because computer says no.
Oh, Friday.
I'm going to try not to die from a sore throat. Although I have now got a Pepsi glass. I don't know how that's going to help me with not having a sore throat. We'll work that out.
Okay, I know how to drive a shunter. Why is it telling me? I've been doing it for the past 5 hours today.
That sounded like a nice girl. Anyways, into the game. So, yeah, welcome to Salisbury. At the moment, we're in Wiltshire. You can probably tell by the fact the ATP was isolated. We're in an ex-GWR logo to begin with. In fact, we're in, well, both these are ex-GWR. I mean, do you want to have a guess on the front power car? Henry? Okay. Here we are. Welcome to tonight's set. 43159, Rio Warrior. The power car on the back of the record-breaking run back in 19... I've entirely forgotten. Now a 125 group power car. A 102 is in Shildon, I think. That's very nice. That'll be leading the front of our set today. We then have a mix of GWR and FGW coaches. Not too, mental. On the back we have 43025 in its FGW blue with the 125 group logo and black headlight surrounds. Very interesting. I feel like it in a way ruins the FGW look a little bit. Because obviously this would have all been blue as well. You know what? It still looks pretty decent. At least it, maintains the blue in some way. It's quite nice. Yeah, I said, got FGW and GWR in here tonight. It's got two main first class coaches, plus half first, half buffet. And then... Oh! I don't have a TSD in this consist. Oh. And Max, you've unmuted, I can see. That's a problem. I've not put a disabled toilet on this consist. Because there should be a TSD. Oops. Okay, we'll just keep going. Just to make sure the clag and all that's good. Unlock the doors here. We'll get Voice incrementing. We get that taking off. We're starting at Sierra Yankee 048. So we've got isolated ATB tonight. So that's isolated. None of that's operational. That's fine. I don't need to worry about that. So we have the road. No other setup I need to do. 3 off. Into forward. Notch 1. Drop the brakes. 2. And let's get cracking towards Eastleigh. Yes, Max, are you there? I don't know if the game... Oh, wow. Actually, no, it's me, isn't it? Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. Starting 15 here. So I can monitor that. This is something I like. You've got the destination boards which show this and this. It's quite nice. So I'm stood on platform 6 here. Quite a good spot here for seeing things leave. If you've not been blocked by something that just come from Romsey. Well, I say Romsey. Yeah, well, it is Romsey. It's goes down to Chandler's Ford, loops Eastleigh, and then comes back. So it's kind of, oh, it says Chandler's Ford, isn't it? Goes to Chandler's Ford, then says it's going back to Salisbury. Have you returned?
Yeah.
Yay. Right, off from Salisbury. Next station stop will be Eastleigh. The home of... Do you want your train repainting? Send it down to Eastleigh.
Going into immersions.
Hmm? About to approach Fishton Tunnel, which not a great place for a few reasons. As allowed in that tunnel. Yeah, Salisbury Tunnel Junction. That is said tunnel. Got my throat. But yeah. Fishton Tunnel doesn't have a good reputation, does it, Henry?
I don't know. I ain't got the slightest clue. Doing semaphore.
I'll send you a I'll send you a screenshot of what has happened there before.
Alright.
And yeah, it's not good. Let's just say RIP 159 102. Because it
Oh,
was.
guess what? The 153 at the Great Central Railway is
Up for
being put back
disposal.
into service.
Yeah.
So they are changing it for a 150. So they'll be doing no DATXs in that. But what they do is they just brief like emergency things, you know.
Right. What 150?
I don't know. I said as a joke, get 239.
239.
That's yours. That's your one, isn't it?
19.
Oh, 21. That's a 219.
239 is known for frequently being the dirtiest unit in the fleet. Currently, that goes
Well,
to
maybe we might get
63. Please get 950. Please. I want to see that go to a good home. I want to see that 950 go somewhere good.
Oh, Great Central's great. I love it though.
Might be worth putting forward to them, mightn't it? Because, you know, no one really wants 950. Plymouth Valley don't want it, SDR won't want it. Just because it's not very practical, but at the end of the day, it is a one-of-one unit that was purpose-built for testing. Anki level 100. Good evening, how you doing? As if I'm a steam or diesel lover. Bit of both, really. You know. I love a good diesel, but I won't say no to steam. This XP thing, that's a very good question. Anki level 100. I saw it the other night pop up, and I was a bit like, what's this? I genuinely don't know what it is, or even why it's here.
About the XP thing.
Yeah, what's that all about?
It's they basically copied Twitch, and like, you know, the longer you watch streams, the more points you get, basically.
What's the point?
And then you can do super chats, and it's basically just to compete with Twitch.
Is it lit? What do the points even do? Is it just bragging rights?
It is literally just getting up points so you can have super chats and other stuff. I'm not really sure. I haven't really looked into it all that much. All I know is that it's basically the exact same system that Twitch uses.
So is it kind of a, you know, we might as well copy a few things Twitch have done.
Well, it's not really copying. Well, it is copying. It's directly stealing from Twitch.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm doing right. Cheers, Anki. Bit of a busy last 2 days, but you know, it is what it is. It's been a fun last few days though.
Right, I've got 4 more locos in my shopping cart. Steam?
What else are you getting?
Class 56, Class 27, Class 58, and then the ScotRail Class 68.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's what this game's called. Train Sim Classic. It's available on Steam. As to know my trains, I like to think so, yeah. But I think there's... Well, I do know a good amount about it, yeah, but... You know, especially when it comes to, like, Steam and things. Like... I think that's where my knowledge is a bit weak. For, like, diesels and electrics. Yeah, to quite an extent, I suppose. I'll have a look, Anki, I'll have a quick look. See if I can identify that. Actually, fair, you'll probably be better suited.
It looks like it's a part of the IVAC class. Just don't know what type of...
I'd have said it was one of the MTs.
It is one of the MTs, I'm just trying to figure out which one.
Fair enough, Anki. Thank you for popping in, and I hope you have a good rest of your stream. Oh,
There we go, it's an
never
LMS
mind,
IVAC
sorry.
class 2.
I've just butchered that, sorry. Yeah, sorry, have a good rest of your evening, sorry. Yeah, sorry. My brain just buggers up English, doesn't it? That's what happens when it's 10 o'clock. So, sorry. Yeah, have a good rest of your evening, Anki. And hope to see you in the next stream.
I find it weird with the the 2 MTs, because even though it says that LMS, when they entered British Rail Service, they came down here every so often.
Fair enough. Dean. Is this one that's... Ah, it is. It's the one where this half, down here, is in Hampshire. No, it is in Wiltshire. apparently it's like a dead down the middle split. So you've got, it's about half. So about here, you've got this half that's in Wiltshire, and then this half which is in Hampshire. It's dead on the border between the two counties, which is quite cool if you think about it. Oh, Henry has left the call. Hey, no worries, trains. Good evening. How you doing? This fine, on this fine Friday. Yeah, not bad. Just trains.
Some holidays now.
Sorry, Max.
I said I'm so glad it's summer holidays now.
Yeah. To be fair, I am as well. Yeah, to be fair,
Catch a break.
I'm just exhausted. I need to catch a break in some capacity. Because last night was a late night. Been editing this morning. And then, yeah. I've just broken up today. Very nice trains. I think for school I broke up, what was it, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, I've been slowly on the recovery on the editing as well. That's the joy of being off though. You know, I can just catch up with editing whenever I want. I'm just wary I might not be able to get another video out before next week. Because there's one that will go live in the morning. Yeah, because there's one ready to go for the morning. That is 175s. Then I might get one edited tomorrow. You might get one edited tomorrow for Sunday. And then maybe one for Monday, I don't know. I don't know, trains to be fair. Max, you said it was something like stolen off Twitch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's basically the point system in, like, you know, if you watch Twitch streams and everything, you know that if you watch a stream over a period of time, you get sort of points where you can use like super chats and that. That's basically the exact same thing that's happening with YouTube.
I bet YouTube would just go, it's not stealing, it's inspiration.
I think YouTube's done it now because obviously Twitch doesn't really have a direct competition because I think Kick's kind of like gone off the face of the earth.
Yeah, although they directly sponsor an F1 team.
Yeah.
Hence why what was Alpha has now become Kick Sauber.
Well, apparently Cadillac's supposed to be coming back.
Yes, they are actually. There's Audi taking over Sauber next year, which, yeah. To be fair, a lot of teams have been over optimistic. Because, what was it? I think Alpine said they'd be going for titles in like 3 years. Or, hang on a minute, let me have a look. I won't be able to have a look, will I? Yeah, there was like Williams saying they'd be trying for podiums or wins in like a few years, if next year. Someone said they were going for the title in 2. It's like Alpine, Williams. Hell, even Audi said they'd be a front-running team very quickly. Sorry, what? It's not trains, no. They all come with the what do you call it? AP MTU pack.
There's now fears for concern of the line between Timoth and Dawlish Warren.
Oh my god. What, fear of collapse?
The yeah, the cliff collapse.
I mean, we know it's gonna happen. That's why we've already worked on preventing it with the rockfall shower. Yeah. Oh well. Ooh,
I mean, like, you know,
another
there's
crossing.
always bringing back the Morton Hampstead line.
Well, thing
Because
is,
I thought that there are 2 bridges for double track.
wow. I don't think they're gonna go from Beer Alston, like all that way around. Heathfield's obviously gone. It's collapsed.
Well, not really. Like, all they have to do is just rebuild the breach. What's it? The river breach or something?
Hmm?
It was like a river breach or something that collapsed. So all they have to do is just rebuild that, and then basically just retrace the steps of the Morton Hampstead line, which, you know, there's not really much going through the centre of Devon.
I guess so.
Like, you might hit Chudley, but other than that,
Yeah. I have trains, yeah.
let's have a look.
I've stopped playing SCR now. Mostly because that community, you know, if we're being honest, that community's always in, you know, turmoil now. It's in such a bad place half the time that I've just stopped playing it. Not to mention, when you put it up against games like GCR, British Railways, they have the advanced drive system. You know, with, you know, like an actual throttle and an actual brake, not sort of that like basic slidey thing. That's one thing that, you know, does my head in about that, you know. And, you know, the sounds as well aren't too great. I say the community's always in turmoil, so I've just stopped playing it altogether. Hey, I caught a DSD. What do you mean I didn't catch it? It's just bloody dumped my brake. Crying out loud. Rebuild quicker. I didn't give 2 to the guard, did I, when I left? I actually didn't even hear the buzzer. I have heard of Greenfield trains, yeah. Never played it. I stopped playing ARLC as well. Stopped playing that years ago. You know. Don't think a lot about Greenfield, you know, to be honest.
What?
Where's
1
that?
Alpha 50. Diesel locomotive, 280 tons, planned for 33 miles per hour.
Wow. GWR have really
There's no allocation either.
I know what it'll be though. It'll be 2. Because 2 ran up today. You said it was 3 on the way up, didn't you? Because it was 2 that smoked at Penzance.
It was 602 that died. 603's now doing the down beds.
Well, oh, but where the hell did 3 come from then? Oh no, because 3 did the down beds, didn't it?
Yeah.
Let's do a little bit of investigative journalism.
And like, you know, shocker, another sleep has failed.
So is that IET down beds then?
No,
Ooh.
603's doing down beds.
Hang on. 301. Oh, so is it 301 doing up beds? No, hang on.
Most likely.
Hang on a minute. Down bed's gone to 3.
Because I'm pretty sure 301 collected 602 or something.
No, because it looks like maybe 301 was going to be the pilot, but they ended up just dumping it on all the way because 602 just it started smoking. Last I checked, you weren't allowed to smoke on stations. Turns out 602 finds its own way around the rules, blowing the engine up instead. Isaac, good evening, how you doing? Yeah, it's true, trains, yeah.
So, Isaac, crown system. Think of Twitch streams. Think of points. Super chats. There you go.
Welcome to what YouTube streams have become.
YouTube's now just turned into Twitch too.
Yeah, hang on a minute. So the crown system's now gone to... Trains is apparently number 1. Isaac's now number 1.
Basically, what I
the
think's happening
hell?
with this crown system is that you earn a certain amount of points, and then you can send super chats, which brighten up your messages and make them look fancier, basically. It's basically something for the iPad babies to consume whilst they're bored watching streams.
I think we all are trains, truthfully. You know, especially, did they put like any patch notes out about this, or like any update notes,
You releasing patch notes?
like any release notes about them making a change to how streaming works?
All YouTube does is silent updates, and that's it. There's no explanation for anything. It's just, here you go, here's a new system, work it out yourself.
You know, we're just gonna slightly copy Twitch, but do whatever. So this is what I don't get. Isaac's now apparently overtaken trains, even though trains has been here longer. And everyone's now sat at 75 XP.
Yeah, I think that this crown system's still in like beta testing, sort of, but they've just kind of released it to see how it goes. But it seems like the most recent chatter instantly gets number 1 for some reason.
I don't get this new system.
Isaac, trains was number 1 before you joined.
Yeah, trains was number 3. So it was number 2 when he joined because of
As Vanky, and then he became
Yeah.
number 1 because he started chatting more. And then Isaac eventually joins, goes from 3
to 1,
and then to 1.
and then trains goes back to 2nd. So is it literally whoever joins comments and then just instantly gets 1st place?
Seems like it.
And then whoever's been here the longest gets shoved further down the order. Right.
Even though you start utilising the points, and I don't know what happens then.
What does that even do? It would be nice if YouTube put out what all of this does. In fact, let me have a look at YouTube Studio and see if they've put anything in for creators to look at.
Pick up my commentary channel. He normally posts new stuff about something. Let's have a look. Has he posted anything? Note his most recent video is about Jeff Bezos. An hour ago. The YouTube developers have just decided to just start a competition with Twitch at this rate.
As I look in Studio, there's nothing about this at all. The only thing...
Like, you know, to give credit, to be fair, there has been a very big increase in YouTube streams over Twitch. So I think YouTube's sort of utilising Twitch's tools now to just dethrone it in some way.
Yeah. Oh, Chandler's Ford. To be fair, trains, I don't know what the YouTube devs are on. They're just... yeah. I just wish at least they'd put something in Studio about this.
I don't really know what the system's like. I mean, I've only seen sort of small margins of it. So basically, most of what I'm saying is just guesses, like with this super chat stuff.
Oh, hang on, there's a little help icon. Top fans and XP. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. Top 3 will get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages, send super chats and super stickers. Right.
But hold on, if I just spam in chat, would that just give me the most amount of points? Or...
No, clearly
if I
not.
test that?
Well, no, it's not going to work because if you look at Isaac and Trains, they're commenting a lot, but they're stuck at 75. How have you gone to 2nd?
I've just gotten 75 XP just from spamming.
So hang on a minute. You've joined the last so far, but you overtake Trains, but you don't overtake Isaac. Right.
I mean...
Huh?
Now the question is, how do I utilize these points? Because I've not got really an option.
I think because... I don't know. Because what I think it is because obviously it says super chats and super stickers. That's for channels that are monetized. Obviously, this channel isn't
Pretty
monetized.
sure
Would not.
super chats need to be paid for.
Yeah. But then I think the way super chats work is I get a small fraction of that. So technically, I'd have to be monetized. I'm not monetized. That's
Probably why it's not coming up, because you're not, you know.
yeah. Because if I look, you need to be at 500 subs and
As a matter of
3,000
fact,
watch
let me go on
hours.
a YouTube stream real quick just to see. Let's go on Penguin Zero.
Whereas Charlie streaming, is he?
Yeah, he's on Resident Evil.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's a show your support button next to the emojis. So there's super chat, membership, and gifting. Super chat is paid, where you get a different color for your messages to stand out. Memberships is literally just the join this channel and everything. And then membership gifting is literally like just gifting subs on Twitch. One membership's £5, 5 memberships is 25, 10 is 50, 20 is 100, and 50 is 250 quid.
Well, that'll do, won't it? It's weird,
The
Isaac.
thing is, Isaac, it does seem pointless, but at least you get, like, at least you stand out so that the streamer can see you better and just ignore you, even though you've just paid 50 quid for them to see a message. But I don't know.
I like how this stream's gone from, oh yeah, let's go down towards Bournemouth to, let's find out what the hell YouTube have done this week. That's all this stream's become.
Next segment, gambling.
No.
Yes.
No. You don't endorse that. To be fair, no, this just feels like week on the network, but it's week on YouTube. Speaking of week on the network, wonder what they're going to put in that this week. Right, let's knock off the gambling talk. I know YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube don't like gambling. Let's knock that off.
Sending gifts and stuff is basically gambling. You're gambling to see if your message gets read.
True. Right, agree on the easily down fast, which is going to be very nice. Just going to pick up all the way through easily. Passing good old Arlington. There's nothing in there. I should have put like 50050 in there or something. No, not 050. 026 or Rodney. Yes. Rodney. Max, do you want to run us through Rodney's expedition of the past few weeks? Because we've been talking about what Rodney's done, haven't we? That certain derailment.
Oh, the 50.
Yeah, 021 Rodney.
I don't really know. All I know is that it pushed a set of points, went over them points, and then about 5 feet later, it derailed.
The thing is, it knocked the points over, so realistically, how was it the points that derailed it? You know.
The thing is, the points didn't derail it. What I'm guessing is that a bit of track was like, well, considering it was hot, I'm guessing a bit of track was like bumped out a bit.
Unless it was the frog, I think it's called.
The frog.
Yeah. You know that bit of what do you call it? That bit of rail on the inside. Not like the outer bit, the inside bit.
Not got a clue what you're on about.
Okay. If you look at the stream, I'll show you on convenient set of points here. This bit. That little strip of metal there. Unless what happened was, when the point sprung over, that part maybe sprung back, the bogey rode up onto it, and pretty much rode the rail until it pushed it out. You sort of see what I mean? Because I don't know if the point snapped back on it.
Not really.
Because it pushed over and the first bogey went over fine. Unless maybe it sprung back.
The right side of the train fell inside.
Yeah, it fell in that way, didn't it? Fell in to the inside, technically. Fell into the 6-foot. So as it derailed there, then it would have had to pop back over there and then in. I have no idea.
No, I think you're getting yourself a bit mixed up here.
Yeah, we'll leave it up to the RAIB. They've definitely already noted it.
Oh, another thing to mention about this YouTube update. Sleep time! Your bedtime reminders are on. I don't care.
I've turned mine off. Now trains, we've been on the Wessex. So we've just come down from Salisbury, then we're joining, as I think it's a South Devon Main now, which will take us through Eastleigh, down Southampton, and then onwards to Bournemouth. But yeah, I haven't put a plug down now. Back in Salisbury, there was a shed though. Yes, good old Eastleigh works. Currently, where 57604 lives. Because those that don't know, or haven't heard, it's going to Derby for the Greatest Gathering. Along with, of all things, a 9 IET. Why? I still don't get why a 9 IET is going.
Like, don't even take 093 to the Greatest Gathering. Like, you know, it was only the last HST off Old Oak Common, but, you know.
You know, we can go one further. Why don't you take 198? You know, take 093 and 198. The last HST off Old Oak Common, and the last HST off the main production line.
Well, it obviously seems like that GWR want to, well, promote a train that breaks down all the time, and a train that also breaks down all the time, and is very uncomfortable.
Well, the thing is, 57s are supposedly good when they're done right. Currently, it looks like computer says no. Oh well. At least 604 is not really running to add to that demographic or statistic. It's sat in here somewhere. Also, level crossings and more. Good evening, how you doing? Yeah, a 9 IET going. I wonder which one they're going to take, to be fair. Well, it's going to be an 803 or an 8021.
It's most likely going to be Paddington and Peru.
A 106. Although,
Either that or it's the War Memorial one.
I hope it's that one. I want to see 306 get a bit more recognition. I'm so annoyed I haven't seen that very much. I quite like the IET. Because, you know, in a way, it's the most reliable train in our fleet. But yeah. Yeah, welcome to Easily Works, anyhow. Max, do you know if 69015's moved down here yet? Or is it still in EMD?
What do you mean?
69015. It's not been painted yet. Do you know if it's moved down yet?
I don't know.
We do a bit more investigative journalism. Eastleigh Arlington. Nothing within the last little while. Ooh. Max, the Britannic's come back. And it was supposedly 194 late into Eastleigh. Okay. Yeah, it's not coming down here. Because it should have moved to Bishops last night. This stream's now just gone from let's go down to Bournemouth to let's ramble on about this new YouTube update to let's ramble on about the greatest gathering in Derby. And also to rambling on about what trains are going and what Eastleigh are doing. I wonder if, though, 306 is going to come down for a new coat of paint.
Colas have hired yet another DB shed.
Which one?
66 652.
Ooh, a re-geared one. That's interesting.
Ran like from Donny to Derby.
That's quite interesting. Trains by York Works, do you mean Holgate, is it? Because remember them doing the 37 shoot there? That actually looks pretty cool. Max, you've not seen that, have you?
What?
The photos DRS got at the shoot at Holgate. I remember that.
Part of the country. Right, what is this? What? Derby to St Pancras.
The EMR Meridian?
43357 alone. Hauling an NMT past at 75 miles per hour.
Fair enough. Yeah, very nice trains.
How does that work?
I know. Yeah, very nice trains. There should be some good stuff there, including, and Max, it has been announced, hasn't it?
What? Oh, the Sentinel, yeah.
Yes, the PVR Sentinel. I've known about that for a little while. Yeah, the Sentinel.
Only took them about 4 months.
Yeah, I remember because I was chatting to Adam the other day, and he was just like, "I'm just waiting for it to be announced." But it's been announced, so that'll be one of the Western region contributions. I tell you something, that Sentinel is a good loco, isn't it?
Yeah, that's alright.
Bit of a shame the Ruston's not going, because that thing would be amazing. Thing is, I so want to go up to Derby for that, because it looks so good. I just realised. Oh, 2+7. Amazing question, trains. I'm not really sure either. Especially since they're taking a 990. They could have just taken a 5. You know, to free up a little bit of space. It's already going to be absolute hell there. But, you know. Those IETs as well are just... No, thank you. You've just found something, Max, haven't you?
A bicycle has been seized by the police because it was seen traveling at 30 miles per hour via engine power.
Sorry?
A bicycle.
Please send this article to me. I really, really want to see this now.
This adapted bike was stopped by police after being seen traveling at 30 miles per hour via engine power.
It's vaguely
And
impressive
literally,
it could
this
catch up.
bike has nothing other than a battery, which doesn't even look like it's connected to anything. The bike's chain driven. How can it be engine driven if it's chain and pedals?
To get up to 30 though is impressive. We're doing Tour de Britain style. Is that right? St Dennis up next, and then it's Southampton Central. So you've been past the airport. I'll tell you something though, Eastleigh is a good place to go if you like spotting planes. Because when I was doing a bit of spotting there, they come so low over the station. So obviously the runway's here. Here's the depot. There's the works. There's the station. So it'd be quite low on the glide slope for the runway. So, you know,
We've just transported half a submarine on road. The stern section of HMS Dreadnought moved into the Devonshire Dock Hall in Barrow this week, the largest submarine component ever transported by road in the UK.
Was that an Annalise job?
I actually cannot see the truck, but
Is it
it
Annalise?
seems to be Annalise.
I was about to say, they are known for hauling some absolutely crazy stuff. If we're going off their recent thing, or their recent loads, they hauled, this isn't a joke, 706 tons in one go. I mean, I know if we're going off the railway, that's nothing. You know, wax 7,200 ton behind 59. You're only going to start struggling. Sorry, 706 ton behind lorries. Bearing in mind, what's the maximum you have to... Or what's the maximum you're allowed to pull before you have to go on to special types? Just a casual
Well,
44 ton.
anything with a trailer, well, this is for cars anyway, is about 3.5 tons. Don't know anything about trucks.
For trucks, if you don't go under STGO, okay, special types, you can only haul 44 tons. If you've got STGO, you can obviously go a bit higher. For example, there's a channel called Flat Out Flat Broke, by someone called Sandy. Apparently his Scania is plated for 65 ton. So, at the end of the day, 706 ton. It's a pretty big deal.
How's this made the news? A seagull flies off with a mug in Cornwall. BBC.
What? You're telling me the BBC
The
made an
British
article?
Broadcasting Channel has reported on the news that a
Oh my
seagull's flown
God.
off with a mug in Cornwall. Welcome to Britain. What's DWR posted?
I'm s-
Oh, it's the battery train. Not interested.
I've just got done by AWS. I'll stop at Southampton. Yeah, just the end of the day, if in doubt, I had to do that because, you know, there was a tree on the track or something. Although my download will show on the data cord, the black box, it will show, oh, you failed to cancel the AWS. What an idiot. But if the managers ask, no, sorry, there was just someone on the tracks. I had to stop, I had to slam the plunger, brakes had to vent to nothing. You know, there was nothing I could do about that.
Apparently the red arrows have been down here.
Have they now?
They flew over north of Buckland at 10 to 7.
Because apparently, because at F1 what they typically do is, when they're doing the grid photos, they usually have the red arrows bin it way overhead at near enough 3 o'clock when the formation lap starts. Apparently this year though, they're not doing that. They're in Wales instead, doing an air show.
Oh, my eyes. Ow.
What have you done?
Freshening up our freight, taking advantage of a break, 78816 was giving a fresh coat of paint.
7816. Oh, was that the one Mapsy has drawn attention to?
I don't know, but it's very bright.
Yeah. This thing with Colus's plugs. They're very, very dirty after time. It's because they're continuously on hard graft. But then when you look at Freightliners, usually quite impeccable cleanliness. Let me have a look. Is 7816 the one I'm thinking of? I think it's 817 I'm thinking of, you know? I'll have a look back. Let's have a look, because Mapsy did a TikTok on the plug that was repainted. Let's have a look. So everyone, we will get back to the action properly in a minute. Apparently Mapsy's one of the quite unhappy drivers as well. Where is the plug? Ah, no, it is Max. 7816 isn't the wasn't a different one. That is the one that was done a while ago.
What, 7816 was done a while ago?
Yeah. You know the one.
And Wife Colas literally just posted about it 2 hours ago.
Well, according to Mapsy, well, you know the one Mapsy said was resprayed.
I don't even know who Mapsy is.
Okay. But he made a TikTok about one quite a while ago. I think I remember stumbling across on call with you. Maybe not. Either way. Yeah, the loco has now been repainted quite a while ago though. But yeah, welcome to the Devonshire Rails YouTube channel for those that are maybe new. Half the time, we're driving. The other half the time, we're just busy trying to find intel on random things. You know, repainted plugs, station info, stuff about the sleeper and all that. So passing north, or was it northern? Is this TCD? I think this is a TCD, isn't it? Got shed roads in here. Very nice. So it's got 4, 5, 8 roads. Oh, and 2 reception roads as well. This is it north the council. Oh, is it TCD? Okay. But yeah. Let's briefly turn our attention to GWR's newest acquisition, the 175. Max, give us your opinions on GWR's newest train.
What do you want me to say about them exactly?
It's a general opinion.
I can't say on stream.
DM it to me and I'll try. Yep. Yeah.
Basically, they're called a certain term of what feces are.
Oh. Shit.
Swearing on stream, are we?
I do occasionally. Not often, though. Every once in a while. Well, my personal opinion, I've put that in the video for tomorrow. I've just kind of put, they're not exactly anything special, are they?
No, they're not. They're over 20 years old, first of all.
You know, you look at it, does it exactly scream, this is, you know, wow, what a good train this is. Wow. Wow. I'm blown away, I'm mesmerised. Doesn't give you that,
Like,
does
you know,
it?
reducing 4 car sets down to 2 and 3s.
I mean, the plans are
I
to
mean-
keep them doubled up. And if you think about it as well, one huge perk of HSTs, and, you know, I don't think there's going to be anyone who doesn't
Sorry,
agree with
keep
them.
them double up, you said. Keep them doubled up.
I think that might be the plan in some
This will be the
capacity.
exact same situation as the 150-1s.
Probably. But, you know, let's talk about one huge perk of the HSTs, right? And Max, you're probably going to agree with me here. Train's probably you as well.
Faster, more carriages, more streamlined, so better for the fuel economy.
No, the fact that they have no engines underneath the coaches. No engines under the Mark 1s. They're in, literally, like, the power centres, if you like, in the power cars. Oh, for God's sake, I've left the brakes on. Whoopsies. Yeah.
Which is what I find, which is what I like about HSTs, because obviously, you know, you don't get the engine rattle, the sort of vibrations and everything, just rattling through your head and everything. Because the engine's in a completely separate unit.
Yeah, so in its own powerhouse. But if you think about it, I mean, obviously you can still hear the power car. You know, if by any chance you want to, you know, hear the engine, you can just go to like the extreme ends of each coach. You know, if you'd rather travel in silence, go to the middle. At the end of the day, Max, again, you'll probably agree with me on this. They have such a smooth ride as well.
Yeah, I will admit, like, I've been from Newton to Plymouth a lot of times on, well, both HSTs and IETs, and I will have to say HSTs are such a smoother ride than IETs.
Yeah, like the one time down on an HST, back on an IET, I much preferred the rundown. 2 Charlie 20, David's Penzance service. You know, you don't get much better than an HST, do you really? Okay, maybe crashworthiness, you could argue.
Well, crashworthiness is an easy fix. You make steel aluminium cabs, and then you just
Roll
put crash
cage.
bars in.
Excuse me, mate. Trying to film here. Do you mind? Nope, clearly not. Completely unbothered. Cool.
That's exactly what happened to me when Western Champ came down.
Yeah. For Western Champ when it came... No, for 37.6 I'm still going to call it that. When it came down, I panned around and had someone directly in my shot. You'll briefly see that in the video come out tomorrow as well. I've cut the video short just after the thrash. Yeah. Yeah. I realised today as well why I don't like editing. 3 hours it took to edit an 18-minute video. Hey car DMU. I'm not DMU. So going on to the 10, thank you very much.
Let's have a look. Do we have any military helicopters tonight over us, or?
There's been a very high presence of that, hasn't there?
Well, like, there was an Atlas that flew over around here. Its highest was 250 feet.
Yeah, I saw you message me about that. And I
And
heard
then it went down the River Dart, and then it just went, it gunned it up to Wales.
Team used to go to Southampton.
Hello,
Just-
Samuel. Yes, it is me.
Sam, good evening.
Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Meridius. Fair enough. Yeah, how you doing on this fine evening, Sam? Trains has retracted his comment. I was about to answer that as well. Because like, what team use go to Southampton? Basically just turbos, on 158/9s really. And you get the occasional shitbox. Sorry, I mean turbo. That comes down here. In fact, is that even the case? Do they even come this far down? More investigative journalism. Do turbos go to Southampton? Yes, they do. Yeah. Yeah, turbos going to Southampton. I hate turbos. Some mates quite like turbos, but I'm not a fan of them. What about you, Max? Stance on turbos?
Turbos?
Yeah.
They are the least favorite DMU there is on that network.
Yeah, I hate them. Sam, trains, your opinions on them? Although I know you two are mostly Midland based, so you might not have experience on them.
No, not Turbo Stars. We're not on about
170s.
oh, what are they? 170s, yeah. We're on about 166 slash 165.
Hey Sam, sorry, just to jump back to your previous question. Yeah, it's going quite well, Jez. The HST hasn't blown itself up yet, and I haven't managed to do that, so always a win. You know, if the train doesn't blow up, that's always a bit of a bonus.
To be honest, I think I would have preferred 170s over the 175s.
I'm chatting to some people about them. It's no. It's like skips. You know, you were saying about maybe skips to replace the body snatchers and beds.
Which, yes.
Chatting to some people, you know. Oh, one person said, "Are they really that desperate?"
Yes.
Yeah, we kind of
We
are.
aren't that desperate. We've had over 20 sleepers fail this year already.
Yeah, but the skips, actually. So everyone, we will really get back to this. I just want to see if there's been a skip die today. Probably. They're not seen on like any services. Seriously, like half the time you'll see them on like 2 services a day out of Cardiff. Manchester. 10 late into Manchester. Good start. That's not ET, but okay. Where's the next 5? Carmarthen to Manchester, that is 197s. I'll be honest, they're not bad. The 197s. They look the part at least. Go to Milford Haven, 197s. Okay. There really isn't a lot of 197s. No, 67s. Oh, close enough. My brain's dead. It was a busy day yesterday. And a very late night. My brain's not ticking over right today. So I'm just going to filter this by TFW. It's way easier. Maybe not. There's like one skip a day out. There's the second one. We're at 10 o'clock. Yeah, not a lot. Yeah, fair enough, trains. I suppose you could say they look super funny. I'll tell you something though. If you like a silent ride, avoid turbos. Because, oh my god. There's a reason why I avoid them. And it's because they are so loud. Not to mention their air conditioning's dead. I don't know, Sam. The 175s are quieter. They are definitely quieter. And apparently their air conditioning is like a fridge, apparently. So already, it's got perks over the turbos. Oh, and another perk. The 175s are 2+2 seating. Not like those piles of crap that are all sat in extra at the moment. And Bristol and Reading. That are 3+2 throughout. Hey, Trains has reclaimed first place. Oh, so now the XP thing works. Train's now gone up to 100 XP. What the hell is YouTube doing?
100 XP, huh?
Train's managed to get up to 100 now, yeah. So I think it's for every few messages. Max, I will place you in timeout. Stop spamming.
Not getting points.
Max, I wouldn't try... Oh, yeah, I wouldn't try your luck.
It's testing.
You can do that on another stream. Trains, that's what's happening to 67, 005 and 6. I don't know, because as will definitely be common knowledge now, the Royal Train will be retired. Loads of people are saying, oh, it's already been scrapped. No, it hasn't. Just the idea of it.
The DB manager set has been scrapped.
The DVT has, yes. That's been seen in Sheffield's EMR Attercliffe. So the DB manager set's dead. But the Royal Train has been shortlisted for a museum. So that probably won't find its way to EMR or Sims. Well, it's not Sims anymore, is it? It's Uni Metals. They got bought out. Forgot about that. Gotta pour myself another drink. More Pepsi. Very nice. But yeah, as to what's happening to 5 and 6 with the 67s, I don't know. Because the usefulness for skips is now nothing. We don't have use for skips anymore. Because if you look, 3's been scrapped, and I think they're gonna probably dispose of, was it 25? That's already stripped to nothing. No bogeys, well, some accommodation bogeys, but everything's gutted, so that'll be next. I reckon they might find their way to spares. Or they'll go with the rule set, if there's literally no use for them. I reckon they will go with the roll set if there's literally no use for them anymore. Yeah. But I know there's nothing for skips anymore. Everyone hates them. I think there's a reason why one of their nicknames is swear word of choice. You know. At the end of the day, everyone just wants them for spare parts now to keep the other ones going. So you can only hope that 5 and 6 go with the Mark II, Mark III set. So I think it's a mix of 2 and 3s. I don't know. Well, that's nice. Because when signals are proceed, the banner repeater goes to green as well. Because if I was at cautionary, it would stay as white. So that's quite nice. So, obviously horizontal, danger. Cautionary at 40, well, cautionary, 45 degree, but will remain white. If you proceed next, because we're on the DS down slow, it'll go to, for a proceed, it'll be 45 degrees, but it'll go green. That's quite nice. Quite a nice touch. But yeah, I'll be honest, I don't see any use for the skips anymore. The sleeper, no. Skips wouldn't really be suited, I don't think. I think the best thing to do is keep the 57s going as long as we physically can. And then bin them off when we can get something brand new. It might trains, yeah, but I'm very aware. They're just stripping them all off parts now. I think primarily that's to do directly with the raw trains. Whoa, hang on. What the hell? What was I doing? Stay on the road I was on, because I was going into Goods Road. Yeah, okay. I think when they say, well, in retirement, I reckon it is just the Royal Train, but soon it could be to the skips as well. Well, here's the thing, Sam. They're not being used for freight. If we go back, what, 20 or 15, 20 years ago, they were used on mail. We have no use for mail anymore. Royal Mail have just retired their set, all their 325s. I mean, there's Vimeris, but they're completely separate to DB. At least, if Royal Mail kept their 325s, you'd have a use for a 60. Sorry, 67. Because Royal Mail, I think, had a contract with DB to run alongside each other. Vimeris are all on their own. Okay, they might occasionally call in, say, can you go pick up the bin, please? But, you know. And if we look as well, they're built as 125 mile per hour diesel locos. They've already come down, I think, to 110. I think in some situations, maybe down to 75 as well. So, we're not using them for what they were built for. Their usability is just, it's gone. That's it. I think now is genuinely the best time to say farewell to skips. We have literally no use of them. Those 57s, no. I don't know so much trains, really. 180s, someone's going to preserve it for the meme, aren't they? Someone's going to preserve a 180 just so they can recreate the "you'll be going nowhere" meme a few times, aren't they? You know. Someone's going to do that. 458, someone's probably going to have that. 67s, someone might have it and regear it. Again to 125. Because at the moment their gearings come down, I think. Doing a lot of Googling today, aren't I? Okay, so it's an EMD 710, so it's the same engine that's in a shed. But so yeah, there's a maximum speed. Their design speed's 125. You know, not amazing. Because obviously, well, yeah, their route availability 8, so they're quite a high route availability. If you look at Colas's, come on. If you look at 023 and 027, 023's been in Westbury for the last, what, year and a half? 027's just pretty much a yard shunter. That's probably all it will ever be. They're good for passenger, but no one wants them. So, you know, like Max said a minute ago, and I briefly brought up, they could be okay for the sleeper. Like, they could be good. But at the end of the day, you gotta factor in, we're already stripping 67s down for spares. So they're all pretty much nearing end of life anyway. no point putting them on freight. You got 66s, 59s, 70s, 73s occasionally. I've dumped the brakes. If you think about it, there are so many locos out there now that are so much better, equipped to do anything a skip would be otherwise good for. RHTT, yeah, very much so, trains, yeah. But, if you think that's all they're going to be doing in some capacity, is it worth spending the money to keep the mainline certified if they're going to be used for 3 months a year? Okay, they'll be used around the clock for that 3 months. You're not going to get your money's worth out of them. And TFW, because you and Sam have bought up Transport for Wales. Yes. But at the end of the day, if you weigh up the 197s that are in, they're already bringing the use of 197s is already bringing down skip. If you look at it. So, in any case, there's no use for the skips. TFW don't need them. Chiltern don't want them, they've got 68s instead, and they're way happier with those than they would be with Swear Word of Choice. I don't really want them at GWR, although some people do. It's a mixed bag. GWR might have a few, if it comes to it. And GBRF rejected them for the Cali. That was fully rejected. Because 023 and 027 were going to do that, I think. So there's something right here, isn't there? Yeah. In April 2015, GBRF commenced a contract to hold the Cali Sleeper with 004 repainted. There you go. I think there was a plan to get him back on there, but you've got 73s, you've got sheds available. You've got 37403 if you really need it. What's the point in having a skip? Genuinely. At the end of the day, what are DB using them for? They're just giving them to TFW. And, when TFW aren't using some, they're just sat at crew, really. Half time we're just sat at crew. And occasionally, 28, we'll do an excursion. And 91 Thunderbird, as you mentioned, Jones. Yeah, okay, 91 Thunderbird, but then where are the 91s going in a few years? They're going, and you've got 47s and things now. Got 47s, 57s that will do that over a skip anyway. There's no use for them anymore. We're genuinely just better off getting rid of them. Yeah, anyways, moving on to Sam's question. If you were to route build any route that isn't in TSC, what would it be? I don't know. Pelham Valley would be an alright one, because that's quite a nice line, if you like. Any route not in there? Maybe for like a you know, for like a short miniature gauge railway. Drago Mills, Newton Abbot. If you look at Drago Mills, it's a decent route, really. Not too bad. You know, just basically Trago Mills. That would be quite a nice one to do, really. Railways of Britain, good evening, how you doing? Yeah, you're very, very much right there, Trains, yeah. Because you might have, what, 2 or 3 to do the Belmont. That's even if you are still using them in 10 years. Because you never know, DB could buy another diesel. You never know. I reckon you could still maybe have 3 or 4 maybe kicking around. Other than that, we have no use for them. That's it. No, there were good intentions. Very good intentions to them. But at this point, they just end of life. That's it. I think it's time to say goodbye to the skips. And that's it. You've got sheds on heavy hauls. 66.6, re-geared sheds. 59s, doing the same thing. 70s, heavy graft, intermodals, sheds, heavy graft, intermodals. 99s, the most powerful loco in the country now. What was it? 8,000 horsepower on diesel. So 8,000 horsepower on electric. Eh? Like, come on. That's gonna probably put some sheds out of work. In some capacity. At which point, where do the skips fit in anymore? 93s, they'll probably get rid of 37s. At some point. If they ever enter service, that is. So yeah, I think it's it for the skips now. A loco probably doomed to fail right from the start. Through Redbridge. Next station, Totton, where there is an MPV that's based out of there for RHTT season. I think it's MPV. I have no idea. Tried going to Salisbury for a few of the RHTTs, but never ended up doing it. They've definitely rambled on about the skips for a long time. DSD, why? Why? DSD, why must you exist? yeah. I don't know what else to really chat about. Suppose we could move on to the greatest gathering. For what's attending that? There is a lot of locos going to that. In fact, let's see. Have we had a new wave of additions? Yeah, DJ Scania has been quite on the updates, what's announced and what's not. Oh yeah, Lorem's new Tampa. I don't quite know what to think. Looks very interesting. So that's attending. The Badger's attending. Eurostar's Power Car's attending. 27056 is attending. And 9 car IT, 57604, Tornado, 455868, 12099. I'm actually going to see, has the Sentinel been fully confirmed? I'm genuinely curious now. Diesels. It's going to go down as shunters, isn't it? Oh, there's an HST going, courtesy of GWR. Yes! The Sentinel's on there. 1077. Good that the Sentinel's going. This train's, if it's the ones I've seen. Let me just have a look. Yes, those, yeah. The GC one actually looks really good. I think you mentioned based off the Voyagers. It does actually look stunning. Looks very much like the concept as well for the new IETs. The Pendo APT. It looks interesting, but it works. Looks very much like the APT as well. Yeah, quite like that one. And in the back, the bid, 87. I do quite like that. It does look quite good. Although, Max has made an 87 as well. If I can find a screenshot of that, I'll probably put that in at the end. I'll have to ask Max as well. So
Have I been summoned?
Oh, hello, Max. Yeah, Trains has just asked me to have a look at his liveries. Do you have a screenshot of your 87012 on hand?
I will have to have a look.
If that's alright, I might put it up on stream.
Yeah.
Right, fair enough, Sam. Have a good rest of your evening. And hope to see you in the next stream or video. Because obviously there'll be a video out in the morning.
When I made it.
Yeah, running basically 20 to midnight now. Starting to get a bit tired as well. But hey.
Right, I've not got a photo of the full thing. I've got a photo of my 3 other 87 liveries with the back to bed with it.
Alright, you.
If I send it into the... where do you want me to send it?
I don't really care.
Right, I'll send it into the Discord then. I forgot I made a Network Southeast Gronk.
Oh yeah.
Right, the picture should be sending.
There's been a new ping on Discord. I'll just pause that quickly so I don't have DSD go off. And image. Browse. There we go. Why is it so big screen? There we go. There are some Axis deliveries of the 87 specifically. Actually, I haven't got Max's audio on her. That's fine. Yeah, those are some of Max's deliveries, including the back of bed. However, trains, yours is still very, very, very good. I do quite like it. Especially the APT. It looks very interesting, but it does work. Asher's New Forest.
I'm going to show my Network Southeast Gronk as well, or just the 87s?
I don't care. If you want me to show it, then yeah, by all means.
Like, they won't be posted. Like, these are all personal liveries. Like, I've not been on Train Sim World in a good 3 months.
You've definitely become more of a TSC person, haven't you?
Well, I've nearly spent 100 quid on the game.
In how long?
A week. What?
Welcome to Train Sim Classic, where you spend money every 5 seconds and before you know it you spent like £2 grand.
Thing is, I'm getting everything on the sale.
It's true.
Oh, and also my direct rail services 37. Thought I made that. With my Eastern Rail coaches. Right, Freddie, I've sent you over 2 new screenshots if you want to show them.
I has only received one as thus far. Okay, we'll get NSC. Yeah, I've just seen it. NSC Gronk. Next up. So there is Max's NSC Gronk. And following that will be his 37405. If you've done an HNRC one, you have, haven't you? We are literally going to be here all night, aren't we? Fair enough. Swapping back to the game. The stream
I think
can
Virgin did a No Southeast 87. I think it was for like promotional purposes.
Yeah. Sounds like something they'd do. I think it was purely for, you know. Is that a fly flying at me? This goes in while I'm trying to stream. I don't want to be rudely interrupted. But yeah, I think it was purely promotion for. Oh look, bit of nationalisation. No. Obviously, NSC used to be like a huge thing in London, didn't it? You know, you had NSC Turbos, NSC 465s, 365s.
Oh, by the way, them Mark IIIs that you saw with my 37, half of that rake is now the Railway 200 set.
Oh, for God's sake.
Those coaches were stored in Yarmouth or something. Because like, they have not been seen in a good year.
We've probably just been strapped to RTC, to be fair. The joys of an HST. Peace and quiet. Wait, Bewley Road. We're not too far away from Bournemouth. I recognise this place. Really breaks off.
How's the sleepers getting on? Seems like the up beds is doing alright. Down beds have just left.
You know what was extremely tempting? It's a bit Q-word tonight. I'm not going to say the keyword. I'm not going to be the one responsible for this. If someone wants to be responsible for saying the keyword, by all means. I'm not going to say it. Oh, very nice trains. Good to see it's still maintaining its NSC then. Very good. We're miles away from Bournemouth. Brockenhurst.
I'm like, it's just like full free 007 still keeping its intercity in Mexico.
Yeah. I tell you what, we'll bin it off at Brockenhurst tonight.
Like, it was exported, and it stayed the exact same, except they had Interoceano, which is the intercity version in, like, you know, Mexico, just written on the yellow stripe.
Yeah, I think we'll dump it in Brockenhurst tonight. That's all remain.
The thing is about 007, it was presumed scrapped or spared, but after the crash with that Honda CRV.
Of
But
course you'd
from
know.
what I've read, it's been fixed and it's running again.
Of course you'd know what car it hit, Mr. Petrolhead.
Yeah.
It's like, so one thing I find most mental is, you know, if we're at the station and we hear an engine, there's you just saying what, you know, how many cylinders.
Well, yeah, because each car has a distinctive sound.
Yeah. Oh, favourite car? Max, I'll immediately beam this over to you.
No, you see, I can't really answer that question because I have a lot of favourite cars.
For trains that say...
Porsche Carrera GT. Not a bad choice.
I'm gonna have a bloody stupid choice. Thing is, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of cars I like. The Nissan Juke. I know it's stereotypically the ugliest car, but
It's the ugliest car as of 2013.
yeah, well, I quite like it. It's quite a comfortable car.
The Fiat Multipla looks better than it.
No, I don't like the Beluga's. The Beluga's younger sister or younger brother. Whatever. Obviously, the Airbus Beluga. It's just a Fiat Multipla. It's just a smaller version of that. I don't like the Multipla. I don't like it.
As for my favourite car, I'm going to have to put an S on the end of that. My favourite cars. I don't just have a singular favourite car. I have multiple brands that I like, and multiple brands that I'll stick with.
Right. Can I guess one of them? One of the brands.
Be my guess.
Is one of them Koenigsegg?
You'd be very correct.
See, I listen occasionally.
So my favourite car from Koenigsegg is the CCXR. Very good looking car, but very, very rare.
Bugger, bugger, bugger. Please change, please change, please change. Thank you.
But I'm like, you know, if I wanted to blast around town, you know, I'd probably have to go with a BMW M2 CS.
Fair enough. I'm not into BMWs really. Especially for what they're known for.
Not into BMWs? What? Really?
If you look at BMWs, seriously, what are they known for?
The
Oh.
nostril grills.
No, they're known for, I'm a BMW driver. Like, I think they're known for being a bit rowdy. And that really funny green fault light that occasionally pops up. if you move one of the stalks. Well, if there's anyone,
An indicator.
yeah, if there's any.
No, BMW drivers know that indicators exist. It's just that, you know,
I know it's awkward.
who needs to know where you're going when you're going sideways?
Yeah. By the way, if anyone here has like a BMW, that was a joke. Because BMW drivers typically don't use their indicators. If I had to pick, say, like a favourite brand, it'd probably have to be Nissan, truthfully.
Favorite brand? Oh, right. This is gonna get me stumped.
In fact, Trains, I'll beam that over to you as well. What's your favourite brand? Although, potentially Porsche, because obviously you said your favourite car's GT.
A Ferrari. A pure Sanguine. That's the Ferrari SUV, ain't it?
You're asking the wrong person, eh?
I'm gonna have to look that up now. I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure the pure Sanguine is the Ferrari SUV.
The thing is, favourite.
Yeah, it is.
Your favourite brand though. I mean, I would have to say Nissan personally because, you know, Nissan Juke, but also the GTRs as well. And not to mention, you know, Nissan Jukes are very decent. I don't like the new ones though. I don't like the new Jukes.
Now, if I was to go for a car brand for the rest of my life, it would have to be Audi.
I thought you were going to say Suzuki. You know exactly what I'm saying about.
Well, I would go Suzuki, but I mean, like, you know, it's not got as many differences. Like, you know, Suzuki's mostly known for just town cars and bikes. Audi, on the other hand, you've got the R8 for sports, e-tron for just super electric, the Q8 Quattro for, you know, if you want something like a G-Wagon, but just slightly less better. And then you've got the Audi Sport Quattro, of which rallying. You've got the RS3 if you want a nice little hatchback. RS5, RS7 if you want a fast saloon. RS6 if you want a fast wagon.
Oh, Max is rambling on about cars. It was Audi, wasn't it? You were rambling on about? Just doing the midnight announcement in the server, as I do a lot for some reason. But yeah. I don't know what it is about Nissan though, for me.
I only picked
Jimny!
Audi for the variety of vehicles.
Trains brings up
But, like,
the
you know,
Jimny. Jimny gets mentioned. Get in!
It's very hard to pick between Audi and BMW. Like, yes, Mercedes, you know, it's kind of like Audi, but just more luxurious. But, you know. I'd pick BMW if it was just about blasting through towns and cities and back roads.
Trains hates Nissans. Care to elaborate as to why potentially, Trains?
Because they ruined the Micra.
True.
The gorgeous Micra got ruined.
To be fair, I don't know what to think about the Micra.
The
What is it?
K11, the Micra K11, best hatchback you can get. No, I don't mind Mercedes. But I'm like, yeah, it is kind of... It's a bit naff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really see them as ugly, but... Mercedes is basically just a more luxurious version of Audi.
Yeah, and the thing is, if we're going back to Nissan, well, welcome to Saturday morning. Yes, good morning. But yeah, anyway, if we go into the Micra, it's not got a very big engine, is it? Was it a 3-cylinder potentially, Max? You'd know.
Yeah.
Just trying to think what displacement is on it. Because you know what I'm talking about, 0.9 litre. Was it 868cc? It's 898, isn't it?
Yeah.
cc. I mean, with boost, also no, with injection, it's like a go-kart. But it is a little bit...
Basically, Nissan fell off after the 2010s.
Yeah. I think the Duke's alright.
Like, their peak was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, you got the super hatchback, like, Mini Godzilla, which is the Nissan Pulsar GTR. Or is it GTI? Might be GTIR. Either way, Nissan Pulsar. You've then got the Skylines. And then you've... Oh, what's it?
Okay.
The Nissan Stagers. They're good.
Yeah, personally, I think Nissan have completely fell off after like 2014. Because I mean
Like, they're struggling to produce cars now. Like, they're basically on the verge of going bust.
Yeah, I mean, the uplift on the Duke, I don't know. I don't like the revamp of it at all, though. That is a big no-no.
An SL500 convertible. They're proper motors now.
By the way, mile count, 43 miles. Ironic, we're in a 43. But yeah, to be fair, the old Mercs are good. Although wasn't that the one Jeremy Clarkson was like taking the pee out of? Anyhow, yeah. I think cars nowadays, they're not as good, are
Never.
they? Cars hit their peak like quite a while ago. Because, go back to Nissan. I don't mind the old Duke. I don't like the uplift. I don't like the new model they've done. The new model is a big no-no.
I prefer the new model.
It just makes it look like any other shitty SUV. I'm being
Well, that's
painfully
literally
honest.
just SUVs nowadays.
It just looks like that. I prefer the Bug Eyes because it looks, at least somewhat its own car. Not like a generic pile of crap you'll see literally anywhere. New BMWs.
Yeah, the new BMWs have gotten nicer. I will admit, the M3s, the M4s, and the recently released M2CS. Like the M2CS probably has to be one of my top favorite cars. Like, I
Yeah.
saw one today. What was it? Emerald green, chrome rims, carbon spoiler. Honestly,
Ooh.
I was on my driving test. I was just staring at it the entire way
On a
because
test.
that is literally my dream car. No, not on a test. Sorry, lesson.
I was about to say you'd fail on a test, wouldn't you?
Not as they didn't know us.
You probably would though. But yeah.
No, because I could just say it. Oh yeah, sorry, I was just looking in my wing mirror.
Depends how far you were cranking your head around though, wouldn't it? Although you could maybe
Well,
say
it might have been 108 degrees, but
no, you could just say no, just check my blind spots to make sure it's still all good. Yeah, no, technically.
you don't need to check your blind spots unless you're changing lanes. Well,
Well, if it
you
was
don't
on
really need to check your blind spots. Like you could just look in your wing mirror, but they kind of recommend that you check your blind spots.
A38, there you go. But yeah. Oh, the quickest car I've been in. Max, immediately over to you.
I shall not say for legal reasons.
Fair enough. I don't actually know. Because been in Peugeot 308, that's a 2-litre diesel. Decent displacement. I've also been in a Subaru. That was something. If we're talking quickest speed I've been, the national limit when you're on a motorway, 70. For legal reasons. But if we're talking the car with the quickest potential, probably Subaru Impreza. Although, I will just say a quick joke I made up about Subarus. Roses are red, violets are blue. Look at your Subaru, the head gasket just blue. Because Subarus are known for that.
I just have one thing to say. We're moving away from Subaru, but we're keeping to the same country. The Toyota Supra Mark V. I feel like the hate for it is forced a bit too much.
Max, I sent you a photo of a Supra last night, didn't I? What mark was that? Let me have a
Oh,
look.
when you were at mate, that's a Sylvia S15.
Because I swear one of my mates said there was a Supra.
Oh yeah, the white one. Yeah, that's a Mark IV.
Where does the Mark IV stand?
It is liked by every 7-year-old. But I fell in love with the Supra Mark IV before it went, viral. So it's still one of my favorite cars of all time. But I'm not a Supra kid that, oh, a Supra has 1,000 horsepower. It doesn't.
167 on the Autobahn. To be fair, I don't know if I'll ever do the Autobahn. Just
Farewell, trains.
Yep. Farewell, trains. Have a good rest of your evening. I don't even know what I'm saying. And so evening. Have a good rest of your night, and hope to see you in the next stream or video. But yeah, honestly, yeah, last night was wild. There were so many cars around, weren't there?
There's already a wide body kit for the Tomorrow? How do you say that? Temerario. There we go.
The thing is, the last night was just so wild, though.
My God, them tires are thick.
Excusez moi. Right, let's move on. But yeah, I reckon we'll wrap up the stream now, because it is now 10 past midnight. I want to get some sleep. I just badly want some sleep, to be fair. So yeah, I think we'll probably wrap up here tonight. Next stream 289. I'm going to go back on another route. Not Birkenhands, because I've done far too much of that. I was going to go on the MML, but there's not a lot you can do on the MML. Because I don't have like the full thing, so yeah. I don't know, I'll think of something. As I always do. Might even try play a different game for a change. Who knows? Not even I do. But yeah, probably just straight into the outro, innit, Max?
Yep.
It's late enough. My brain's already frying. Ooh, chat moss trains. You know what? In a 185, potentially. Let me screenshot actually. Oh, just so I remember that for next time. Yes, chat moss would be a good idea.
Bye, trains.
Farewell, trains. Hope you have a good rest of your night. I hope to see you in the next stream or video. Have a good rest of your evening. But yeah, into the good old outro. So, in the description down below, there's a link to 4 Discord servers. My new one, my old one, Oscar server, and Henry server. Feel free to join any of the 4, however, please note you need to be 13 or above to join, as per Discord terms of service. Feel free to like and subscribe as well. Feel free to like, as tell me that you like what we do here, and subscribe so you never miss another stream or video, and to help this channel towards the goal of 500 subs by September. Also, feel free to show Max some support as well, as he's been the guest for the majority of the evening. And also, Henry, his app actually works. Yeah, he was guest towards the start of the stream, so go show him some support as well. For Max, so you might need to go onto the channel page and then find him in the friends section. I think that's it, isn't it, Max, really? So, on that jolly note, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next stream or video. So, Carl, hope to see you there. Cheerio.